Blizzard Entertainment. Okay, I hope that my capture hears my audio. If not, I'll redo it. Hi, everybody. Tyler here, also known as Drumlord. I want to make a little commentary video. I've never really done one of these before, so please forgive my awkwardness. But I wanted to touch base on something kind of important that's been floating around lately. Now, I don't know how many people are going to see this, but I wanted to talk about. I know you guys know about the infamous game Marvel Rivals, which is the competitor to this game. There's been a lot of controversial things going on with it lately that I want to talk about. Now, being mainly an Overwatch player, when it comes to hero shooters, oh, and by the way, I got the Reaper Mythic today, so yeah, that's pretty sick. But anyway, I wanted to touch base a little bit about Marvel Rivals and its community and stuff I think the devs should do, and I'm sure a lot of other people have said, so they can touch base on what's happening right now. So Marvel Rivals is kind of in a rough state right now because the devs, well, it's not even the devs' fault at all. It's the community too. They have been so toxic lately. Now, I don't know what the hell this is about, but I just don't like that this is happening because I love both Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Look, I've seen a lot of toxic game communities. There's League of Legends, which is probably one of the most notable toxic communities in the world. There's Overwatch, which this community can be pretty toxic sometimes. But it's just the toxicity of Marvel Rivals players. Like, they are so toxic to the point where they're throwing games, and it's literally just ruining it for everybody. Even like high-ranked players who shouldn't be so salty and know how to play the game correctly and know that you're gonna lose or win. Even like characters that are like Celestial and higher are like they're throwing on purpose just because they're losing a little bit, and I don't like that about Marvel Rivals. And I've gotten some pretty toxic people in Overwatch too. I had somebody tell me one time because I was sucking on Roadhog to cut my own throat one time. So I know what it's like to have people who are toxic. And if you guys would look at my rank, I'm actually not that high, and I'm getting people like that. At the very most, I'm freaking gold, and that's like the highest I've ever gotten. I've never even gotten to plat, and that says a lot. Now, I don't know if that's just due to the matchmaking or like just my skill not being great, but I could never get past gold and never get past silver or bronze. Now, I finally got out of bronze, and I'm glad about that because I finally was able to get out of bronze, and I'm actually low-key happy about that.
Someone needs to fill this out.
But so I'm actually in silver, and I'm glad about that. But I just cannot get past these low ranks. I can't. I don't know why. I just cannot get past. I cannot get past the low ranks. Now, I know a lot of you are hard stuck as well. I know that. But anyway, enough about my ranking and how terrible I am at the game. So back to Marvel Rivals. You guys probably realize watching my other videos, I play on console. I'm on PS5, and I've always been a console player. I know it's different for PC players than it is for console players. I know that, but I wanted to say that I feel like all platforms have just been so rough with Marvel Rivals lately.
I'm really feeling the heat.
I absolutely love Marvel Rivals. It's a great game. It really is. It's a pretty decent game. If the devs would actually take the time to fix the game a little correctly, then it would be so much better. But they're losing players. I just use this perk because I've tried to use the other perk on console, and you guys might say, oh, it's easy, but to me it wasn't, so I like using that one. But anyway, touch base on that, but I love Marvel Rivals. I want it to survive. It's a good game. It's a great competitor to this game. Overwatch has had like little to no competitors over the years, unless you count Paladins, but that didn't really last that long. But and that's another game I miss so much. But because of incompetent devs, you know, not so much incompetent devs. It's just the company who runs them sucks. Like, Hi-Rez is the most stupid-ass company in the world, let's admit it. But, I just really, really, really would like NetEase to try and, like, fix the game a little bit better. I love Marvel Rivals. I want it to survive. I want it to be a good competitor to this game, which it was at first. A lot. And you guys know that. But you know, it's just not only the community, but like the devs have this thing called I forget what it stands for. It's like enhanced something matchmaking or some shit. I can't remember, but it's basically, the abbreviation is EOMM. It's a type of matchmaking, which what they do is they'll what do they do? Sorry, I'm trying to think. But they basically, you win a couple games, but then you just lose a bunch of games too. Now, the way I think matchmaking should be is you should win and lose games, not a bunch in a row. And that's why everybody gets so salty, because they lose and win a bunch of games in a row. And I'm one of those people, and it gets on my absolute last nerve, and I hate it. So much so where that's even happened in this game, and I've actually said some things in the text chat that I'm not proud of myself for saying. And I've gotten banned twice because I got salty. Really salty. To the point where I'm surprised I'm not banned forever. And I've gotten a little salty on Marvel Rivals too. So, but I never got banned from that game yet. And I hope I never do, but just my opinion, that type of matchmaking should not be in Marvel Rivals. The type of matchmaking they have is absolutely BS. Because like you win a bunch of games and you lose a bunch of games. Nobody wants that. People want even matchmaking. Like people want it to be to where it's like a 50-50. Like, oh my god, you might be doing horrible at first, but you can come back and win. That's what people want. People don't want this BS skill-based matchmaking, EO matchmaking, EO matchmaking, whatever it is. People don't want that. People don't want that. People do not want that. People do not want that at all. So anyway, the whole point with all this is, you see, there's even a few other issues with Marvel Rivals I'd like to talk about. For instance, there's people that I've seen who play on PC who get like really low frame rates too. Like, you guys see Overwatch. This game is very, very polished and very, 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 very good looking. like even on PS5, look at these graphics. Like, look how good this looks. All the shine, the sun looks good over here. But with Marvel Rivals, it's kind of more like,
These barrels are smoking.
I mean, I still get pretty decent performance on Marvel Rivals. Kind of, it lags here and there, but so does this game. But like, you know, but it's just like there's people who have these like high resolution monitors and PCs, and they just cannot get past 200 frames. It's kind of crazy. Because with Overwatch, people get like really good frame rate because of how polished it is. And even games like Fortnite has very cartoony graphics. We all know that. But people still get very good performance and very good high resolution on it on PC. And even on PS5, like it looks so great on PS5. When I switched from PS4 to PS5, oh, let me tell you, Fortnite really, really, really looks so much better, and it even feels so much better. It's less like janky and you know all that stuff.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
And even I've noticed that Overwatch looks a little better and actually performs a little better too. But like, just Marvel Rivals is just so janky sometimes. Now if NetEase would take note from
See that?
all of this and maybe try to fix Marvel Rivals and maybe make like the matchmaking better and the quality better and the frame rate a little better, maybe then the community would be less toxic, and maybe people would come back if it was like put together a little better. Now, you know, there's even like older games out there that they're just such better quality, you know. And you know, as much as I love hero shooters, there's just ones that are good and ones that are bad. Like Overwatch will always be, aside from TF2, of course, will always be like the top hero shooter in the world. And of course, a lot of people like Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2, which I actually am a fan of that game too. I started playing that game, what, 2 years ago or something? Last year? 2 years ago? And it's actually very, very funny. I love it. Because I didn't even know there was a Plants vs Zombies shooter. But then when I found out about that, I was like, oh, I might try this. Because I've seen people like Slashy Washy and whatnot play it. People like that. Now, the people that got me into Overwatch is actually people like Frogger and Six. Like, those are like the two Overwatch streamers I actually started watching first. I've been playing Overwatch since like, let's say, probably the anniversary event of 2020, something like that. And so I did play Overwatch 1, so I do know the difference between this game and that game. But have I had a good experience with Overwatch? Yeah, it's a great game. I love it. It's so fun. It really is. Especially if you look at my profile, I play a lot of quick play. Well, I used to at least. I never touched competitive ever.
I'm really feeling the heat.
But now that I want to get better, I do want to. Now that I think I'm a little bit better, I do like playing competitive because it's actually a lot more coordinated and people can compete. It's fun. But I also do like going back to quick play, even though quick play is sweaty as hell sometimes. But you know, but since a lot of people know how to play Overwatch already, they're going to be sweaty. So, NetEase, I'm just giving you a little bit of a tip.
It's high noon.
There's a couple things that you can do. One thing, please change the way your matchmaking works. Nobody wants to have a bunch of idiots on their team and then get stomped by an enemy team and then have to surrender because of it. Nobody wants that. People want a 50-50. Maybe some people on your team aren't that good, but you are, and you still almost win. And that's the good thing about these games. You get that feeling, and then when you win, and then when you clutch, you're like, oh, we clutched, we're so good. Or you could just straight up lose. Don't make it like either you're losing horribly or you're winning, or you're just winning without any effort. I don't like matchmaking like that. I don't at all. I don't. Anyways, I'm sorry about my awkwardness and like my little rambling stuff about random stuff about these games. This is my first commentary I've ever done, so I might be a little bit awkward.
All in a day's
And that's because I am socially awkward in real life, so like, I do have a tendency to ramble. Mostly about my interests, because I'm also mildly autistic, so like you know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to me if you want to, and leave a like, whatever you want to do. Comment your thoughts, and maybe comment some tips that you guys have for me. Whatever you want. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.